So I held the spoon out to him, and he smelled this spoon. Look, he smelled this little tiny spoon.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, and Boo, the LuckyFerals.
I'd like to give a shout out to Abril, Michael C., and C.R. Barboni. Thank you so much for your patronage this month and your generous support. It's 7:20 a.m. right now, and I've been wondering like who's been eating all of the dry cat food, and I just heard like all this noise outside, and I look, and it was like a whole flock of birds eating the food. So I tapped on the window and some of them flew away, and like some of them didn't. But that would explain who's eating the dry cat food. Now I don't know if this hanging bird is broken or it's just not working anymore, or these birds are just too smart for it. But this hanging bird has definitely been helping to keep birds away since I hung it up. It's 9 a.m. I'm just about to leave. And Stella's just been hanging out this morning. The cats had breakfast a little while ago. And let's see what the other cats are doing. Here's Splash. Splash is downstairs. I was just downstairs washing the cat's dishes, and Splash follows me down. He likes to know what's going on down there. Splash likes to protect his territory. And there's Hydrox. I'm sorry for the reflections in the window. And Hydrox just had breakfast. I gave him one of the very large scoops of homemade raw food with some warm water mixed in. He looks like he's satisfied. He's gonna do some grooming and probably go in his house. Maybe he'll lay by the back door, or maybe he'll lay in the bushes, but lately he's just been enjoying his house. Here's Boo. Boo is on top of the cat tower. He's been resting. Boo had a good breakfast. He had a rabbit patty. He had the last rabbit patty in the house, right, Boo? With 2 bench and field treats and just a few crunchies on top. How you doing, Boo? You gonna relax today? Boo says he wants to be on top of the cat tower today because Simba has had it so often lately. Okay, Boo. You can hang out here. And here's Simba. Let me tell you what Simba did today. So when I was downstairs, Simba came halfway down the steps, and then he was laying on the steps. But you know, Simba always likes to lay on the steps. And I was talking to him for a little while, and I said, okay, Simba, we gotta go upstairs. So he turned around, and he bunny hopped all the way up the steps. Like no problem with his leg at all. He just went hop, hop, and he was up half a flight of steps with 2 hops. Right, Simba? No limping, no issues. Hopefully you're better, right? I haven't seen you limping yesterday. I didn't see you limping today. So I keep seeing you limping less and less. That's a good thing, right? I think you're feeling a lot better, Simba. You seem more like your usual self. See how easy he's been jumping lately? Okay, Sims. I'm still watching you, though, okay? I'm still watching you. We're still eating upstairs. Maybe in a few days we'll start eating downstairs again, okay? Okay, so you hang out here today by the windows. It is 7 p.m. and I don't think I really filmed much today. The cats are eating their dinner right now. They're all getting homemade raw food. Stella, Splash, and Simba are also getting a few of the Instinct raw mixers. They're getting 2 of each flavor. And everyone is getting 2 bench and field treats. And then Boo, because he doesn't like those mixers, is getting a few blue wilderness treats, kind of pushed into his food so he'll eat his food. And I was just downstairs doing a few things, and the cats were following me up and down the stairs, and I told Simba not to do it, but none of the cats understand stay. So that's really the next thing I would love to be able to teach these cats, like how to stay, meaning stay here, don't follow me, just stay here, because they like to follow me. And when Simba goes up and down the stairs too much, you know, he could trigger his leg issue. And so I have not seen him limping all day at all. But right now, like on the way to get his food, he was running through the dining room and I saw like a very slight limp. It wasn't like as bad as it used to be, but I'm pretty sure that when he was up and down the stairs too many times, he kind of triggered it. And again, it was just a slight limp. So he does seem to be getting better. I really am not noticing him limping at all, only when he goes up and down the stairs too much. So that's good. And he's jumping around and running around, which is crazy. And yeah, so they're eating their food. And I don't know why he didn't finish what was on his plate. Maybe I need to kind of scrape it down for him. Sometimes I have to do that. I kind of have to scrape it into a pile and then they eat it. And Boo might need a few crunchies strategically placed on his. So that's the situation. And what I've been doing today and yesterday is designing this year's LuckyFerals Christmas card. It took about 16 hours of design work to get it done. So I've been sneaking it in here and there whenever I have a chance to work on it. And I think it came out really cute. It was just sent into the printer a few hours ago. And my fingers are crossed that it prints how it should print. Sometimes things print differently than how you think they're going to print. But so far I've had a lot of luck with the printer that I've been using. And when I say printer, it's not just like a home inkjet printer. I send it to a company who prints them. And they are due here in about 5 days. So they'll be here like early next week, and I'm excited to see them. At the same time, I'm a little bit nervous because there is always the chance that they won't look like I want them to. So fingers crossed that they do. It's 9:50 a.m. and Simba just came running up the stairs at full speed. And look what he did. Look. Now he's limping. I've not seen Simba limping in several days, but he obviously aggravated something. I mean, he came up those steps like a herd of elephants. He was just like, zoom. Simba, what'd you do, huh? What'd you do, Simba? You hurt yourself? Okay, Simba. I'm watching you, Simba. I'm watching you. Nothing gets past me, Simba. I see everything you do, okay? Got it? So it's about a minute later, and now Simba's walking around perfectly fine. So when he came up the steps, it aggravated something, and now he's back to walking normally. So here's the situation. So Simba has been improving. It has been a gradual improvement, but it is an improvement. He's still under observation, and we are going to continue to watch his leg, right, Simba? And if it does not continue to get better, then we will go to the vet. But so far, everything has just continued to get better. And so that is the situation. It is 4:49 p.m. I just got home a few minutes ago, and I saw Hydrox outside. He was sitting on the patio. So I gave him one of the large scoops of homemade raw food with warm water. And if he eats that, I can put some more food out. This morning I put out a large scoop of homemade raw food and half of a can of Trader Joe's. I put it in the heated kitty cafe. I don't know who ate it. I did not see Hydrox go and eat it. I don't know who ate it. So here's Simba. Simba wants to see what's going on. And here's Splash. Here's Stella. Stella was drinking some water. And here's Boo. Boo was looking at Hydrox through the door, so I opened the door a little bit and I let him smell the air. And then I said, Boo, you want to go outside? And he left. He said, I don't want to go anywhere near outside. That's why Boo's all the way over here. Right now it's about midnight, and I'm in Boo's room because I want to go to sleep, and Boo wants to attack the cats. And the reason why he wants to do that is because he didn't get enough playtime today. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to just like work off some of his energy. And there goes Simba. And this is the first time since I got this day sofa that Boo has been underneath it. So Boo has figured out that he can go underneath this day sofa and he could kind of like hide under there and you know, kind of stalk toys and stalk the other cats and, you know, just enjoy being under the day sofa. For a while, the cats, I don't know, it took them a while to figure out that they could go under there. So there's Boo, and there's plenty of room for him under there. The old day bed had like a higher clearance, so it was a little more room underneath it. But there's plenty of room underneath this one for several cats. Boo, are you done playing? You done playing for now? We're gonna go to bed now? Time for bed? This morning for breakfast, the cats are having this deckhands tuna and shrimp. They've had this before, but I just opened it up and I had to laugh. Look at this. Look at the shrimp. One itty bitty shrimp in the can with the tuna. It's so funny. Boo, you ready to eat? Are you guys ready for breakfast? Are you ready? It is 9:06 a.m. and I just opened the back door and Hydrox was sitting on his Hydrox mat right by his house. And I just opened a can of food that I'm gonna put outside for him. And there's Boo. The cats inside ate, enjoyed their meal. Okay, so for Hydrox, I put the food in the heated kitty cafe and he would not go and eat it. He made me bring him the bowl. Can you imagine? So he has a full can of Trader Joe's turkey and giblets. It's a few minutes after midnight. I literally just got into bed. I had no idea Simba was under the bed until Boo started running around the room like a crazy man. I mean, he was jumping on top of the tower, jumping on the bed, jumping like off the bed, running out of the room. The next thing I know, he dove under the bed and I heard Simba screaming. And then I started screaming for them to break it up. And then Boo left the room. I don't know if you could see Simba right now, but Simba's under the bed. And yeah, I'm really not happy with Boo because, like, why is he attacking Simba? There was no reason for Boo to dive under the bed and attack Simba. Simba was just hanging out under there by himself. It's about 8:45 a.m. right now. I need to be out of the house like ASAP. And the inside cats are eating their breakfast. They're getting homemade raw food with some bench of field treats. And Boo's getting some strategically placed crunchies. The other cats have a few crunchies just kind of sprinkled on top of their food. I just went outside to feed Hydrox, and Ditto was drinking water out of that new large water bowl, which I had to clean out yesterday because it was full of like raccoon dirt. And I'm sorry for the condensation on this door. But I just put out a whole bunch of homemade raw food for Hydrox, and as soon as he saw me, like, he just came out from the bushes and he was like, get away from my food, like to Ditto. He was like, get away, Ditto, this is my food. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open a can of cat food, and I'm going to put a can of food out there so there's plenty of food for both of them. Okay guys, we just had huge progress, like absolutely huge progress. See this little tiny spoon in my hand? I know it's probably out of focus, but I was putting the food down for Ditto and he was not too far away from me, so I held the spoon out to him and he smelled this spoon. Look, he smelled this little tiny spoon. It doesn't even have a long handle. It's a little tiny, this is like almost like an espresso spoon. It's so small. And he came that close to me. He smelled it. It is 8:52 p.m. I have been out all day. I just got back a few minutes ago, and Hydrox came out of his house, and he was meowing, so I just gave him a can of food. He's getting a full can of the Trader Joe's turkey and giblets. I only mixed a little bit of water into it, not as much as I usually do. And when I took it outside, I started hearing like a weird noise, and I was like, what is this? Well, it seems like it's hailing out. It's like frozen rain. It's really weird. I didn't think it was that cold. I don't know if you could hear it. So I hope he eats that, because I want to put the dishes back in the heated kitty cafe. Meanwhile, I'm going to take care of some stuff inside, and then I'm going to feed the inside cats. For dinner, the cats are having a can of the Wholehearted cat food. This is chicken and tuna, and I don't know why Splash is not eating, but he's not. But I just wanted to document the fact that when I got home before I fed Hydrox, Boo kissed Stella. Like, he walked up to Stella and he kissed her, like they rubbed noses. And then, right before I fed them dinner, I saw Stella do that to Boo. Stella went up to Boo and she kissed him. I don't know what happened today, but I caught it twice. I saw them. I just gave Splash his food over by the door because that's where he was sitting. He was sitting on that little rug by the door. And I don't know why Splash does this thing. Like, whenever the cats try new food, Splash smells it and then he walks away. It's like he's on patrol to protect them from the new food. Then I have to give him the food at a distance, and then he'll eat it. Okay, so Splash decided he's not eating this after all. So I'm going to have to pick this up, because if I leave it here, one of the other cats will eat it, and I don't want anyone eating too much too fast and then vomiting. I was just in the other room, and then all of a sudden I heard something fall, and it sounded like something metal. And look what it was. It was this bowl. So this bowl was on the kitchen table. And I guess Boo climbed up on the chair or on the table, and he has been licking this bowl. And he was licking it so much it fell on the floor. Boo, didn't you have enough dinner? Did you not have enough dinner, Boo? It's about 11:15 a.m. right now. And Simba has been chattering at birds. Simba, you watching birds? He's watching birds. Stella's laying in one of the round beds by the window, and she's watching the rain. She also might be watching leaves fall. There's a lot of leaves falling today. All of the trees are starting to turn colors. And Boo's laying on his day sofa because he loves it. Hello, Boo. How are you today, Boo? Boo says that black cats are not just for Halloween. Black cats are not Halloween cats, right, Boo? Boo says black cats are Thanksgiving cats and Christmas cats and Valentine's Day cats. And Boo says black cats are for every holiday, right? He says black cats are for every day. It doesn't even have to be a holiday. Black cats should be celebrated every single day, right, Boo? That's right. You're so fluffy. So what I've noticed about Boo from looking at security camera footage, which is shot through like an infrared sensor, is that Boo is actually a tabby cat. Boo has a tabby tail and he has tabby stripes. He's just a black tabby. Right, Boo? Boo's a black tabby cat. There really should be like a new specification for black tabbies, because Boo's a black tabby. Where like when I see Splash on security footage, I don't see any stripes in his black areas. But when I see Boo on security footage, Boo's full of stripes. Right? Okay. It's 1:10 p.m. right now. And I just happened to be walking through the kitchen when I looked out the window and I saw Ditto walking into the yard from the back fence area. So I watched him and he walked over to the feeder, but there wasn't any food left because the birds ate it all. So I just put a bunch of dry food out there just because it's still raining. And I don't know if the automatic feeder is empty, but I have to check on that once it stops raining, maybe tomorrow. So I put the dry food out and he got scared away, but he only got scared to the edge of the patio and he's watching me. And then I was like, okay, Ditto, go eat. I think once he heard the dry food hit the bowl, he kind of recognized the sound. But what I thought was really funny was when I went to go get the camera, I saw Hydrox come running out of his house and towards Ditto. And it looks like Hydrox just went back into his house, and I know there's a lot of colorful reflections on the glass right now, but I just saw the front door on his house moving, And it does take the camera a few seconds to get up to speed. So yeah, Hydrox is back in his house. And there's Ditto. He's probably going to wander around, see what kind of food is in the other bowls. Ditto is looking very well fed. It's about 5 p.m. right now, and I have been editing and photoshopping all day, like at least 6 hours. I've been working for 6 hours, and you want to see what I have to show for it? That. It's about 9 seconds. It's like a 8 second. It's an 8-second intro for the Thanksgiving video, and it took 6 hours to do all of the photoshopping, to find the photos to use, and then to crop out all of the backgrounds. These are all 6 different cat photos, to remove all of the backgrounds, to create the scene here with the table and the background. Actually, to select the turkey and the background, all those images, that took hours on a previous day. So the 6 hours today, let's add another 2 hours. So it's 8 hours so far. It's 8 hours to do 8 seconds of animation. And of course I had to find the right music to go with it, so that took some time also. But anytime you see animation online, just know how long it takes to do animation. But I'm really happy I got this far. Now all I need to do is download all of the cat photos, make sure the proper names are attached to them, and start editing the cat photos into this video. And look who just showed up. It's Boo. Hey, Boo. Boo is sleeping on his day sofa, but I guess he decided to get up. I'm just about to go outside and give Hydrox some food. I got to see if it's still raining out. I think it stopped raining. I think everything's just really wet. I'll go give him a can of food. Actually, I have some raw food defrosted. I'll go put that outside. And then the inside cats will eat soon. Right, Boo? Right, Boo? The cats don't like it when I spend too much time in front of a computer. It is 5:32 p.m. right now, and I just opened the door a few minutes ago, and when I did, Hydrox came right out of his house, and he came right up to the back steps here, and he was meowing because he wanted some food, and then Ditto showed up. So I had one of the large scoops of homemade raw food defrosted for Hydrox. So that's what he's getting with some warm water. And Ditto's getting some of the Trader Joe's turkey and giblets. He's getting about 2/3 of the can, or maybe three quarters of the can. And then I put a little of it on Hydrox's plate also, and that's a lot of food. So hopefully they'll eat their food. It is seriously cold out. It is so cold out right now. And it's wet. And that makes it worse. But at least it's not snow. So if and when it snows this year, it's going to be an issue with Hydrox's house, because in the past, this corner of the patio is really where like all the snow gets blown to. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this house stays clear. If there's too much snow, that could be a real issue. When we had a lot of snow, the area under the house always stayed clear, and it was never like snowed in. But where Hydrox's house is now, I mean, that could be an issue. If we have over like 2 feet of snow, he could be snowed in. Thank you for watching this LuckyFerals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.